Hey, what's going on guys, it's Gak, and I'm here with a guide for the heavy of the knights, the Conqueror. I have made him for a long time and I know most of his kit perfectly. This guide will be divided into three parts: his basic moveset, his advanced moveset, and his punishes. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so let's just start with the basic moveset. The first move that we're going to be learning is the constant filtration. This is Conqueror's only chain, but it is the best chain in the game in my opinion. It has no limitations and it is an infinite chain. You can spam light attacks, you can spam heavy attacks, and you can mix them both in. Just make sure that you don't run yourself out of stamina while using this. And something to note, with light attacks, you have to change the direction, otherwise it's going to be it's going to be a lot easier of a block for the enemy. While heavy attacks can be thrown in the same direction, and it'll still be considered a chain. The next move is the charged heavy. This move is done by holding your heavy attack button and then letting go. The longer you hold the heavy attack button, the more stamina you'll be losing. But if you would like to cancel the attack without actually throwing it out, you can always press the circle button on PS4 or the B button on Xbox and you will return the idle. If you get guard broken while charging the heavy attack, you will not be able to counter the guard break. So I would be careful and I would keep my distance while charging the heavy attack. The next move is called the shield bash. This is the bread and butter of the Conqueror. If you weren't using this, then you are not playing Conqueror correctly. This move is done by dodging in any direction and then pressing the guard break button. It gives you a confirmed light. The next move is called the charging shield crush. This move is not useful in 1 versus 1s because it does not guarantee you any sort of damage. But in 4 versus 4s, it is a very useful move because it allows your allies to get damage on a knockdown enemy. So what you do to execute this move is you have to be sprinting out of lock and then you press the guard break button and it knocks out your opponent. This is the basic moveset of the Conqueror. Now I'll be moving on to the second part of the guide. Now let's talk about the Conqueror's advanced moveset. This will be the longer part of the guide, so bear with me here. Let's start with the full block stance. The full block stance is a great tool that the Conqueror has. It blocks all directions at the same time. It is done by pressing the right joystick all the way down. There are 2 downsides and 2 upsides to using this move. The first downside is that if the enemy guard breaks you while you're in full block stance, you will not be able to counter the guard break. The second downside is that the longer you're in full block stance, the more stamina you will burn. But don't let these 2 downsides discourage you from using this move. The first upside is that you can feign your heavy attacks instead of using the circle button with the full block stance. Conqueror can now feint normally with the circle button, so what you have is the full block stance feints. And the second upside is what leads me to the next move. It's called the flail uppercut. While in full block stance, if you block an attack, you can press the heavy attack button and an unblockable attack will come out. This is a confirmed attack, so the enemy will not be able to parry or dodge it. Think of using this move as a risk or reward type of thing. Now, the next move is called the shield uppercut. It's a similar name to the last move, but it is quite different. This move is done by pressing the heavy attack button, then immediately pressing the guard break button. This move soft feints your heavy attack into a shield uppercut, which confirms a light attack. It can throw parry happy people off, and it will track people who dodge early. The next move is a shield bash mix-up. This is another shield bash based attack. Just in case you haven't noticed, the Conqueror is all about them shield bashes. This move is performed by pressing guard break after a heavy or light attack, including chained attacks. This move confirms a light attack. If I can get the Highlander to come over here real quick. This move confirms a light attack unless it slams your opponent into a wall. Then in that case, it guarantees a top heavy for maximum damage. The next move that we're going to be covering is a zone attack. The reason why I didn't put the zone attack in the basic moveset is because the Conqueror has a special zone attack. It is done by pressing both the light and the heavy attack button at the same time. While it may not be the fastest zone attack in the game, sorry, that was a heavy, it is the most unique. When using the zone attack, you block all directions. It makes it extremely safe due to the fact that you cannot be hit out of it by a regular attack. When you input the zone attack, 2 swings will come out by default. After the first hit, I recommend pressing the circle button on PS4 or the B button on Xbox to cancel the second attack, due to the second attack being extremely slow and predictable. This is a zone attack by default, and this is a zone attack right at when I press circle after the first attack. It's a lot safer, and it just leaves the fastest move for it to receive the damage. And the last part of the advanced moveset is Conqueror superior blocks. Conqueror has superior block on both heavy attacks and dodges. Let's go over the heavy attacks, the superior block heavy attacks first. To activate this, you have to press the heavy attack button before the parry window. If you do it right, you will block the attack and immediately do a heavy attack after. If you do it too late, you will parry the attack like so. Right there. That is the superior block heavy. Anyways, let's move on to the second superior block, which would be the dodge superior block. You can dodge in, it's kind of like a deflect. You dodge into the attack and it will block the attack instead of actually deflecting it. That was a dodge, not a superior block dodge. What this attack does is it guarantees you a shield bash, which confirms a light attack. It's not the best, and I wouldn't be using it constantly, but it's something just in case. Now let's move on to the last part of the guide, Conqueror's punishes. If you parry a heavy attack, you are guaranteed a shield bash, which confirms a light. Meanwhile, if you parry a light attack, you are guaranteed a top heavy of your own. You will know you parried a light attack when your screen flashes white. One more time. Now, if you get a guard break, you are guaranteed a side heavy. You are not guaranteed a top heavy unless you throw them into a wall, and then there you can get a top heavy. Or for the maximum damage, if you have perfect spacing from the wall, if I get the highline that'll come over here, you can get a fully charged top heavy. Like so. But it's very hard and you need perfect spacing. Now let's move on to Conqueror's out of stamina punishes. Let me turn on the heavy attack so I can parry, so I can get him out of stamina release it. Without the wall, the punish is a bit hard. But you have to throw the heavies right as they fall, and it has to be side. It's very hard. I myself don't have it completely mastered just yet, but it's sort of like, it goes like that. As they're falling, you throw them into, you throw them to the side, and then you do a side heavy. Now with a wall, it's a lot easier. With a wall, you throw them into the wall, and then you get, okay, wow, the game cooked me. You throw them into the wall, and then you get 2 free top heavies, like so. And if you can parry them, okay. If you can parry them out of stamina, which is when an enemy throws an attack when they have no stamina, like so, you can get your double side heavies. If he does it one more time. That was a bit slow. Like so. And that will do it for Conqueror's punishes. This has been my Conqueror guide. This contains all the information to help you get started on the Conqueror. If this has helped you, be sure to share this guide with your friends. This has been Gak. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the